Hello and welcome to Jeannie's Art Adventures again. This time I'm using some metallic paints. A set I ordered, I haven't used them before, they came yesterday, they're not Reeves, they're Daily Rowney graduate acrylic, and I've got a set of 6. I'm going to use my usual mix, which is Floetrol, alcohol and a little treadmill silicone and some water. I'm probably using about 2 to 1 on these. I usually use Royal and Langanick or Winsor & Newton in the 500ml pots acrylics. They're much thicker than this, so it could be interesting to see how they mix and how different it comes out. Right, a few wooden spoons. Like I said, you can find all of these things on Amazon. It was handy, picked up exactly the right amount. This is the black, which is the Royal and Langanick, and you can see it's very thick, whereas these almost ready to pour as they are. I don't think I'll need to add much water to them. I probably could have used the little tiny plastic pots, these, to mix them up with, but I didn't think of it. Is the answer to that. That one's a bit thicker, but we'll see. I've seen so many videos where people have different recipes, different mixes. I think what you need to do is find what works for you and experiment. I've done lots and lots of experimenting. I started this about 2 months ago and I've had some successes and some failures. I do like the little micas that I mix purely with Floetrol to make a paint in their own right. They actually came out in a way very similar to this. I tried at first just adding them, hoping they would turn the ordinary plain paint into a shimmery one, but that didn't work. Right, I'm going to add some silicone in. I'm going to put some in all the pots, and I'm very naughty because I don't really measure anything. I just splosh it in. I paint the same way as I cook, chuck it in and hope for the best. The silicone I'm going to add in last because I really want to get big cells, and I'll put a little touch more water with these. And I read online that don't break the silicone up too much. I've used all sorts of different, first of all I started off with a cosmetic silicone. That didn't really do anything. I think that's thin enough. And then I tried the spray silicone, which I've got, oh, it's down on the floor, Draper spray silicone. That's really useful. Squirting in the cups helps paint pour out easier, but I didn't really feel as if I got much of it in the actual paint itself. I squirt it and put my hand over, but still didn't find. So then I bought this little bottle of treadmill silicone, which seems to be quite widely used. Again, off Amazon, they're all there. When I work out how to do it on my blog, which is called Jeannie's Art Adventures, WordPress blog, just type in Jeannie Zelos and you'll find me. I've got a book review blog and just a painting experiment one now. And yeah, when I can work out how to do it, I want to put some links there to all the products that I've used. Just makes it easier. I find it really handy when people do that. I've looked at lots of videos, and if they include a link, it just saves all that endless searching and wondering if you've got the right product. If you see a result you like and then you can't find the right or the same materials, it can be really frustrating. So, but yeah, even finding the right materials doesn't mean you're going to have the same results. I could do exactly the same thing, same paint, same mixes, and I usually do 2 paintings. I'm only doing 1 today, but you can end up with totally different results. Sometimes I do the same paint mix, but do one as a dirty pour and one as a swipe, and that's fun, just seeing how differently they turn out. But it's great that way because you end up with two pictures that are different, but which, see how much thicker the black is now, and it's just, so that's going to need quite a lot of water. I've forgotten what I was saying. I have a terrible memory. But I think it was, yeah, you end up with two totally different paintings, but because they're made from the same colours and the same mix, they'll be tonal, they'll work well together as a duo. So I'd have one or two up there, but yeah, I've got a few of them tucked around my house. Family, friends, they all get sent off with a painting. I tell them when I'm dead it'll be worth a fortune, but they've got a long while to wait yet. Right. What I want to try with this one is a swipe. So, right, I'm going to put the silicone in and just very lightly mix that. Oops, didn't mean to put quite as much as that in, but never mind. Put the water out of the way before I knock it over. I usually only put a couple of drops of silicone in, so there's a bit more than I'd normally put. And I'll just give it a very light mix in it each. See if it makes a difference. A swipe or a dirty pour? I don't know. Swipe, I think. Right, so what I'm going to do is pour all the colours over in lines, and then, oh, I forgot, I got some acetate sheets to swipe with. Might try one of those today. Again, another thing that I found these on Amazon, heat resistant. I'm not quite sure what they're actually for. Oh, stamping and embossing, but I saw somebody using them on a video, so I thought it'd be worth a try. And I think these are about a £5 for 20 sheets, so we'll try one of those. There we go, put that on there. See how that works out. Right, okay, which order? How shall we start? Pink. I mean, you can, it's the beauty of these, you can do whatever order you want. There is no right or wrong way. It's just paint and have fun. I'm going to put the yellow, no, I'm going to put the bronze next. Red, oh, it's kind of reddish pink. I'm going to have to put them closer together. I'm running out of space. Or I could just make them thicker. Maybe I'll just make them a bit thicker there. While I've got the yellow tipped up, I'll finish that one out at the top here. I hate waste, so I'll try and scrape out as much as I can. And again, it's kind of, it's not a finesse style of painting, so it doesn't matter if it goes a bit here and there. Right, that's all of them. Pink again. I'll put a bit more of the pink down here. I've got quite a lot of pink, so I'll make that quite a thick row. Pink again. I'm going to put that pink right up to the yellow, I think. I want to put some black in between some of these paints, but not between every one. No particular reason, that's just where I have in my head that I want to do it today. You just make your own way up as you go along. Do whatever you feel like doing. So, pink, blue next, blue. In blue line. Used to be an old TV programme in the UK called that, Thin Blue Line, very funny comedy series with Rowan Atkinson, I think. I probably wouldn't find it as funny now. It's often like that. You watch programmes that you thought were brilliant at the time and they seem so dated now, but right, it's blue finished, bronze. Right next to the blue. More of that there. Okay, green. Definitely want more green on there. Red. Got some going over the sides already. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Okay. I'm going to push the colours right up to the edges. I might make those too neat. And the red up there, that can meet with the green. Right. Even out the blue a little bit. That blue's quite even. Push this pink up. Oops, a bit of blue mix. Doesn't really matter because the colours will all mix anyway. Doing that pink. I think I'm going to put a little black line between those. Bring that down a bit. Right. A little line there. Right. Now I know where my black's going, which will be a little along there. Actually, that's where these come in useful. Really handy for putting paint. Usually see as soon as the paint touches you get little bits of interactions. I just find it magical when you swipe or pour out a dirty pour. You see how they've turned out. Fascinates me. I haven't got really quite enough paint here. It's always different. I either make too much or not enough. I have sometimes suddenly whisked up a very quick extra batch. I think there'll be just enough here if I'm careful. I've seen some absolutely gorgeous kind of peacock swipes or peacock effect swipes. I don't quite know what you call them, but I really like the effect they have. Right, I'm going to tip a little of this now. here. Right, push it right to the edge. I want it to go right over the edge down the bottom here. The rest of it, as I pull it up, should go over the edge more or less, but I'm going to pull from this bottom end, and I've never done it with the acetate paper. Usually I use a lolly stick or these little metal sticks, so we'll see. All learning. Right, I want to push all the paint up the corners so it's right to the edges as much as I can. Obviously need to do something there, pull it along a little bit. Right. I think that's all up. Yeah, that's all up. Like I say, it doesn't matter where the colours get a little bit mixed in, because they're all going to mix in eventually anyway. Well, hopefully. Right. I think that's it. Are we ready? Abracadabra time. Deep breath, and where's my acetate? Here we go. Are you ready for this, rocks? Right. Just lightly pull it all over. And see. Yep. A little bit more over there. There. A little bit at the top. Right.